In October of 2011, 18 of us experimented by teaching an exemplar close reading lesson, which was designed to lead the students with a series of text-dependent questions through a piece of text that was far more complex than I would generally ask my fifth graders to grapple with. I was skeptical, and I did not anticipate the enormous success that they would have with that lesson. But after they proved to me what they could do with it, it raised all of these other questions. How often could we do this work? How often should we do this work? What were the implications for my regular literacy practice? And how could we get more teachers involved in the inquiry?
The Core Task Implementation Project is basically a large-scale PLC coming together with the schools here in our district that are trying to successfully implement the Common Core state standards.
It's coming together with different teachers from all different schools in the district and reflecting on lessons, planning lessons together, analyzing them with the standards, and then learning from each other and taking what we've learned back into our classroom for the following month. And then we just start over again.
Our agenda today will look the same as it usually does. We'll open with reflecting on the lesson from last time with that specific focus on writing. We're going to move into some learning today around academic vocabulary. The groups on Tuesday had really good discussions around this. We'll then have a little break and have the planning time at the end for you, same as always.
And so the kids are having a really easy time finding the evidence. You know, they made a hay dune because she had sand dunes. They picked flowers for her. But then they're having a hard time elaborating on that evidence and explaining, well, okay, they did this, so how does that make her feel welcome?
Personally, for me, it's helped me to be able to stop and reflect. Just to stop, to take the time that it's not, the Common Core is very rigorous. The standards are a little more rigorous and you're supposed to go deeper in thinking, but it gives me an opportunity to just stop, take a breath. Okay, how's everything going really?
Our real thinking about academic vocabulary began for this project with shift, what's listed on your note taker is shift 6. As everybody knows, the shifts have been combined down to 3, and shift, the real shift is regular practice with complex text and its academic language. So regular practice for every single student with complex text and that associated language.
You almost have to create an environment where understanding new words or different words becomes like this exciting part of the day all day long, where kids are like, I found a word. Let's have a discussion, you know, where and then becomes the mode of operation within your classroom.
I think being a new teacher, it has been essential for me to be able to not only collaborate with my own team, but to come with other schools that aren't maybe Title and SIG to see what they're doing and take those ideas from them to make my teaching better and to find new ways to teach my ESL populated students or my lower kids to get them to really buy into the close reads and the BAPs.
Emily, I'm going to call on you again because I really liked your explanation of how you figured out mantle. Can you share with the class how you figured it out by going back to the text and rereading for us?
Because I read, because when we read, it says mantle, and then I read ahead, and then on the other sentence it says mantle again. So I made the connection with the mantle.
Very good.
It's almost completely changed my teaching. Being here and being able to talk with other 6th grade teachers, we plan together, we're working on the same close read, so that when we come back, we can take a look at the information that we have, take a look at where our students are, what do I need to work on, what can I share with them to help them get better, what do they have to share with me that would make me better. So it's a building time, the way that I see it.
The writing in particular is where I've seen the most growth. We've gone over from probably the beginning of the year, writing to sources. We have to cite our evidence. It's great that we know things, but we really have to prove that we know them from text or videos or whatever source. And I've independently in their writing, I'm seeing them use things like starting their sentence their sentences or their paragraphs with, in my opinion, and then stating their claim and then supporting that with evidence. They're even, I mean, they're in 3rd grade and they're referencing page numbers and paragraph numbers of where they're finding things. So that's been really cool.
So the opportunity to be validated and to really look at what I'm doing in the classroom with students has been empowering for my students and for myself. So I want to do the best job I can for the students, and this is an opportunity to really take a transparent look at literacy instruction in the classroom.
Oh, they love it. They love discussing the text. My discussions in my room sometimes turn into like a debate of agreeing or disagreeing with the text for what the question was. Everybody's engaged because they're talking in their groups about it. They want to be the one that proves it to the class. And they feel very confident going into the writing with their notes from the whole class week-long lesson of analyzing the text. And so I think they're also feeling confident in their writing because they've analyzed it so much.
And the fact that they're ready to try new things, they're willing to try new things. They really, really, really believe that students can learn, all students can learn. And this was a different avenue for them to prove once again that that was true. But also it brought a very collaborative culture to us because as teachers we had to say when things didn't work or when things were hard, and we had to feel safe in that environment to do that. And through that inquiry process, starting with Ctip, we were able to just say, yep, Torrey Palmer said it was going to be hard, and that was hard, and it's okay. But then the next time it was easier, and then look at what the kids do. And then it really became more a culture of student-centered learning rather than just teaching lessons. It was more about student learning.